Hey, welcome to another episode of Hardcore Politics, Freedom on Fire. I'm your host, Bob TV. Today is it is 11:53 a.m. I need to be getting my butt to sleep because Saturday night, New York City traffic, dealing with the traffic. You know, I got a regular job. I'm a regular old dude, just like most of you out there. But today is June 10th, me mom birthday. That's right, my mom Dorothy, Babe Bellamy Brown. That May, you know, if you got a May in the middle of your name, you're a Southern gal. All right, so I want to wish my mom a happy Mother's Day and birthday, and I appreciate you, Mom. I love you, and if you on the Facebook group, please shout my mom out, man, and give some love, man. I am blessed. Some people, their parents not here. I'm glad my mom is here, and try to be a blessing to her, and she's been a blessing to me, and and she still loved a knucklehead like me. Ain't that something? God bless my mama. Anyway, let's get right into it. Boy, what a week. Now, this is not a weekend show, but what a week. Yeah, a lot of things I want to talk about, but I got to save some for the weekend edition. Freedom on Fire weekend edition. So, where do we want to start? Man, let's start with James Comey, man. Comey, don't play that. All right, so where are we going to start with this thing? James Comey. They had a hearing. The Democrats figured that, we got Trump. First of all, I tried to explain to most people, not you because you're smart, I try to tell people, in order for you to really move toward the area of impeachment, you gotta do more. You gotta have him caught in a crime. He have to commit a crime against this country. Bill Clinton, even though he lied on the oath, I don't understand why he was impeached, because he didn't commit a crime to this country. Richard Nixon and the Nixon tapes, those tapes revealed that he was doing things underhandedly. And he was doing taping his sessions, number one. So I really don't know where to go with this Comey thing. First of all, Comey said, look, still no evidence. Still no evidence. Watch this. So he's saying, as of this moment, there's still no evidence. Comey admitted he have not looked into the FBI. The FBI did not look into the DNC server. They went out to CrowdStrike. How in the world you allow a third party? You, the freaking FBI. No. No, you're not going to get a third party involved in this. I'm talking to you. I'm investigating you. I need to see the servers. Why do the DNC don't want them to see the server? Maybe because the DNC don't want them to see fingerprints of election fraud in the primaries, which we do not need a fingerprint. Man, we got all the evidence that we need. And nobody's talking about that except Jared them down there in Florida, Nico House them down there. That should be breaking news, not Trump Russia. Not Trump Russia. James Comey and a lot of leaders, Tapper, a lot of intelligence leaders said, to this date, we have no evidence of Russia colluding. Might have evidence of Trump doing business before he ran for office with Russia. Of course, he's a businessman. Come on, people. That's just smart business. The man got hotels all over the place. Now, it looked like he's doing a little pay for play, but that's another story we're going to talk about another day. But yeah, I mean, Comey. They thought Comey was going to have a smoking gun, that Comey is going to bring Trump down. Please, people, stop just bringing Trump down stuff. I mean, I don't like the guy in the way he governed. I mean, he can't govern because he don't know how to yet. He's a rookie. He's a rookie politician. So he don't know how to be good. He got to fail his way forward. If you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. He got to apply those same principles. He got to read his own book to order the deal when it comes to becoming the president, because the guy is just as green as as grass, or as my green screen in the background is. He's just as green. So, I don't know where I'm going to go with this, but Trump, you got to expect Trump to be a novice. Trump not to be professional. He's not the political cat. So James Comey understood that. You need to understand that. He's not going to talk this perpendicular talk that Obama talk, Hillary Clinton talk. Obama put us to sleep, but Hillary Clinton probably would have killed us or would have drove suicide up. I can't stand hearing her voice. I just can't. And it has nothing to do with a woman. It's just that, oh, man. I had a teacher back in the day, man, and Hillary Clinton reminded me of that teacher back when I was in middle school. Oh, God, hated going into that class. Hated it. But anyway, Comey, knowing how green Trump was, Trump said, after it's all and done. See, here's the deal. The thing with Flynn was done. It was done. It was done. So it was his right to say, okay, Comey, is this thing done? If it's done, can you leave my man alone? Stop pressuring him. I mean, or that's the way I said it. So it's done. All right, so I hope you can see, I hope you can really see your way into leaving this guy alone. He's a good guy. He didn't order him. He said, look, I need you to leave him alone, or I'm going to deal with you. See, that was an order. That would be obstructing justice. How can you obstruct something that was closed? The man stepped down, but there's no evidence of the man colluding the elections. Sure, he may have been lobbying. Sure, he may have communicated with Russian officials before he took his position. Sure. But there was no collusion between him and Russia either. There's no collusion to this date between Trump and Russia. And the problem that I got is, why are we looking at Russia as an enemy? We're trying to make Russia our enemy. And if you keep making somebody, trying to make somebody something, they'll become. Stop trying to make Russia our enemy. I'm not. Let's put it this way. I can't tell everybody what to do. People are buying this bull crap. They say in order to drive a lie in the heart and mind of the people and make it true, just keep hitting them over and over again with like a hammer, and they'll accept it as truth. Keep repeating it over and over again. And these fool idiots are starting to believe that. Now, I mean, just in thinking concerning that, not knowing that this was a plot to cover up for Hillary Clinton being such a sucky, bad, horrible, failure, loser of a candidate. Now, Comey said that he did not, he said it one time, he said it again, and he said it again. How many times you think he got to say it? Are you going to keep asking him till you wear him down and finally said, yes, he did? It's not going to work. Not with Comey. Give it a rest. Trump did not interfere with the election. He did not interfere with the process between Flynn and the FBI. Once it was said and done, he did make a statement. Flynn's a good guy. I hope you can see your way to kind of get a guy a break. I hope you can see your way. He didn't say, I am ordering you. Stop it right now. Now, he got fired. People say, well, he fired because they was getting close to some real serious evidence. Comey was getting closer to the real serious evidence. Comey said, look, I'm just the upfront man. The team does all the work. So if there's some upfront evidence, the team still have that upfront evidence that can prove that Russia and Trump was working together and he was in the pocket of Putin and he's a Putin puppet. None of that has panned out. None of that has panned out. So we're looking for this big thing where we're going to bring Trump down. And I told you, don't be so fast to try to bring Trump down, even though We can push back against him, and if we play our cards right and the Democrats stop act like they know everything and get their head out their behind and do whatever Bernie says or do whatever the Progressive Coalition tell them to do, or if we don't get us a manifesto like Jeremy Corbyn, if we don't get us a manifestation and tell people that you're not going to get our vote until you run on this, see, I'm for voting blocks. And then we get with Jamal Thomas and other individuals about this voting block becoming a real, true progressive coalition with numbers in the millions saying that this is what we want. This is our manifesto. And if you're not going to run on this, or if you're not going to apply this in your policy, or if this is not in your policy, you ain't getting our vote. See, it's time for us to rise up now and let these corporate Democrats know, game over, Doc. It's done. Put a fork in it. It's a wrap. We're not voting for you guys. If you're not running on progressive policies, or if you're not going to support progressive positions, then you're not going to get our vote. And yeah, they can screw us all they want, but you're just still not going to get, that's not going to help you get our vote. Now, let me get back to Comey. Comey said, now, he didn't tell me. He made a suggestion. It was not an order. It was not a command. It was just a suggestion. It wasn't even subliminal. He just basically said, hey, it's done with Flynn. I hope you can see your way into letting this thing go. I'm hoping. A statement, not an order. But yet you guys still going to try to make this an order. You're still going to try to make this an order. You can keep trying to make it an order. If Comey said it was a statement, you got to accept it as a statement. Just like you want us to believe that Comey said Hillary Clinton didn't have intent. Well, only a fool believe that. Because there's no way Hillary didn't intend on having the server. It's not whether she intended on having classified information. The point is she had a server when she was not supposed to have the server. Which brings me over to this. Him leaking his own information because he got tired of people telling him, look, you know, is there a smoking gun? Is there something to this Russian thing? And he kept telling them no, and then they kept asking, and he basically said, look, if you want to report that mess, do whatever you're going to do. I ain't tell you that. That's what you're saying. That is not what I'm saying. And they printed the crap anyway. And that's what the media does. Washington Post and all these other, the New York, not New York Times, and New York Post and things like that. They'll put a story in and it's totally false and then retract it. But because people are so empty-brained when it comes to digging into the truth, they read the story and believe the story is true with no evidence to back it up. These journalists are not true journalists. They're not digging in to find the truth, getting down to the bottom of this, trying to help bring this to light. They're taking the narrative from the people who paying them and just saying it. It's just like the little doll with the string in the back of it. You pull the string and it tells you whatever was programmed in that doll. And that's how these newscasters, these news reporters are. That's why it's important for us to have independent, small, big, medium size. It doesn't matter. And we need to support each other. And we need more. I'm not the smartest guy in the bunch. I'm a regular dude that got common sense and do have wisdom. You know, I'm not a brainiac like my man Jamal Thomas or, you know, or Cal Kalinske with the political degree and things. I don't have that. You know, Jamal Thomas with engineering and, you know, Tim Black and IT. I'm a brother that's working communications and sales all my life. So, you know, I'm not a brainiac, but I got a common sense. So, again, Comey said no. He did not try to get me to interfere. No, as of this day, I believe there's Russian activity that happened in the election. But hey, it's not just this election; it always happened, you know. And just to let you know, we have activity happening in every election. We go further than that. At least, let's say Russia did have some influence. They did hack the machine, so get that out your mind. There's no proof. In order to prove that, you got to go and look at the entire election process, including the primaries, and the DNC don't want that because it's going to show them for the fraud that they are with the hacking and tampering of the machine. I'm not saying they can't get hacked. They can get hacked. But did Russia do it? Plus, I'm an identity theft risk management trainer. You can buy VPN numbers. You can put software. You can have software with fingerprint already in it from different countries and run it here in the United States, and you think it came from another country. So don't be so giddy. And so, and for the DNC to hire a third party, what do you think that is? That's cover up. It's the same third party that they had to deal with Cheryl Mill and things like that. It's the same third party that suggested that Hillary Clinton used bleach pit. Come on. Come on, people. Come on, people. So Comey said, no, he didn't influence me. I mean, I didn't feel comfortable with him. Guy creeps me out. And the Donald Trump back in the heyday didn't creep you out, man. He was a sharp guy, business-minded. I mean, a lot of people looked up to him in New York. I'm a New Yorker. I mean, and we didn't know about the grab him by the pee. I don't grab him by the wussy. I don't wait. You know, calling people all kind of names. Rosie O'Donnell was a fat slob and all that kind of stuff. That wasn't the Donald we knew 30 years ago. The Donald we know was a suave businessman, the Rockefeller type elite that not only smooths with the rich people, but did come down to the common man's level. Him and Koch was trying to fight for the appreciation of the common man. He came out with his books. He was a sharp businessman. Whether he was, how he became successful, that's another story, but he became successful. That's not the Donald today. So we got this bombastic president who gets himself in trouble every day. So, people, move away from the Russia narrative, this fake news, this fake story with no proof. This is really a conspiracy. A conspiracy when you make up things, a conspiracy theory is when you make up things out of your mind with no solid proof. And that's what this is. Seth Rich got more proof than this do. Come on. The DNC lawsuit and the hacking of the elections in the DNC primaries has more evidence than this. If anything, that's a conspiracy. It's Trump Russia. Come on. There's no ties or no proof that Russia hacked the voting machine, went into my mind, particularly me, cut into my head and put a chip and made me vote for Trump. No. I got my own brain. I investigate both clients. And I said no to the no, no, no. So Comey, again, said no. No. Now, the problem that Comey got himself in trouble is he had a memo, which was a government memo, not a personal memo. He had a government memo that he leaked out. Yeah, you want to prosecute Chelsea Manning, you want to prosecute Edward Snowden, you want to prosecute all these leakers who's trying to do something to expose our country for our corruption so we can become a cleaner, leaner country. You're going to get mad at them when you, the FBI, leaking out personal information. Now, they're going to start looking into him a little bit more. Then to talk about how Loretta Lynch tried to influence this process. Oh, let's don't call it an FBI investigation. Let's call it an inquiry. That she should, and I hate to see this because this is a black sister, and I want to see black sisters rise up, man, not go down. If she said that, that's a problem. If Comey is right about that, that's a problem. Because she's trying to cover up, smooth over how bad Hillary Clinton looked with FBI investigation on it. And he should have been encouraging her not to run for president on the FBI investigation. The same thing with Trump. I'd rather have Bernie versus Ted Cruz than Trump versus Russia. And these two people were under FBI investigation, not inquiry. Loretta Lynch. So that, and for us to actually believe that Bill talked to her about Brexit on when they got transcripts of this. They have transcripts of the conversation, but it's classified. Hope Trump go and declassified it so we can see what really took on. Because if the documents, if the transcript is totally different from what they said, especially Loretta Lynch in the public view, then we'll go ahead and subpoena her and put her under oath and then ask her, tell the truth if it's separate from what she said. Now we got her as a perjurer. We got Comey as a perjurer. So the bottom line is this: Russia narrative is fake news. It is a conspiracy. It's a real conspiracy. Jared Beck down there fighting for the DNC support, Bernie Sanders supporters. That's a legitimate. That's not fake news. That is for real. The person who served them died. That case needs to continue to be investigated. That is for real. Selfridge died. A judge died. Body thrown on the beaches of Florida in a suit, not far from David Wasserman Schultz's district. That is real. There's real evidence of some crazy wacko B-16 type stuff going on that could be going on in our government. That has more facts than Trump Russia. Trump Russia to this date, no facts. Only he say, she say. From the government up to the lower up. We need to move away from this conversation and put the focus on the fact that the DNC is Russia. They hacked into the U.S. election, and heads need to roll, and people need to go in jail, including Neera Tanden, David Wasserman Schultz, John Podesta, David what's her name? Donald Brazil, Robbie Mook. The whole Clinton campaign need to be in jail, as far as I can, for screwing over Bernie Sanders. But then again, I got my problem with Bernie Sanders because he won't even stand up. He's trying to let bygones be bygones. You can't make that decision for us. You didn't run for yourself. We ran with you. And if we're saying you need to speak up about this, you need to speak up about it. Or don't ask us to support you for nothing. I don't care if you do get draft Bernie. Don't ask me to support you for nothing, and you can't even stand up against this and make it be known and go down there and spend some time with Jared Beck. It's your supporters who's trying to win the lawsuits and make sure that these things don't happen again, and you need to be in the forefront, Bernie Sanders. The forefront. You need to be contacting them, spending time with them. That is not more important than trying to save the freaking Democratic Party. It's more important to serve and do what your supporters want you to do, and your supporters want you to be a part of this investigation. Because when they screwed you, they screwed us. And just because you have the forgive and forget attitude don't mean most of us do. This can't be forgiven or forget. This can't be let go. I know you're trying to change the party, but you can do that and still throw this in the face of the Democratic Party. And stop trying to save face. This can't be let go. People get murdered over this stuff. Can't be hushed up. But yet, everybody's screaming on Capitol Hill, Trump, but Trump. And I'm not even going to go into Hillary Clinton. On my weekend sessions, I'm gonna try to do a series called Breaking Down Hillary Clinton, and it's apologetic. It ain't my fault tour. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Claiming that it's not her fault she lost. Girl, you are the every reason why you lost. And I'm going to deal with that. It's called Breaking Down Hillary Clinton. I'm also going to break down David Wasserman Schultz. I'm also going to be breaking down James Comey a little bit. And I'm going to be breaking down even more Bill Maher with his racist behind. So I'm done. We're going to get a little more into this, but I wanted to talk about Comey real quick. And shout out to my boy, Iman, and, and Small Progressive Media, Tim Black, H.A. Goodman, Zoe on the Politicon, Hard Bastard, I mean, you name it. We got some great ones out there, and small media growing. The national, I think it's the Progressive Nationalist or something like that. I'm going to get the names, but that guy's pretty good. And then you got BS Man. I try not to cuss. I cuss slip every now and then, but I try not to. But you got BS Man, awesome stuff, man. I love his stuff. And then you got Anomaly, and Ebon got this platform where he bring everybody together to talk on a panel, sort of like they do on Real True News, and I think it's pretty cool. So keep up the good work. We got people that have different lanes. Tim got that inbound talk show. Call in, love it. Never gonna see me do nothing like that unless he tell me I should, because I'm getting overwhelmed. I may have guest people on my broadcast every now and then, but I'm more like the Paul Harvey, 50 Cents of politics. Where he don't do all that. All he do is comment. And I'm gonna stay in my lane and make comments. Jamal, he's an analyzer. That's why I like the new show that he got on Tim Black. I call him the professor with the click pen, because the man knows his stuff. Me, I'm a regular old guy from the wild away, living in the Bronx, the boogie down, working for the city of New York. But I'm one of you. I'm a union man, so. All right, I'm done. Interesting week, man. Comey shut the Democratic Party down. They thought they had something. They're still trying to look for something. Get off it. Let's get some work done. If you're going to find something to get Trump on, there's plenty outside of Trump, Russia. There's plenty to deal with Saudi Arabia. You can go ahead and look into that. The moment he gave those weapons, all of a sudden, Iran finally got hit with a terrorist tax out of all these freaking years. Really? Qatar having issues. We funding the people who are bringing down different smaller countries in North Africa. Like Sudan and things like that. So, I mean, there's other things you can get Trump on. Jared Kushner and his daughter in the White House. Nepotism and favoritism. Shoot down on them for that. It's so much that you can file articles of impeachment on. Maxwell Walters need to shut up behind up. How about you impeach your butt down there and help your district? And stop hollering this impeach Trump stuff. And by the way, Joy Reid, she don't have no popular base with the young people, with the millennials. She ain't that popular. That was made up media. She sucked just like you. Joy Reid, let me talk about Joy Reid. Joy Reid is a great journalist. I was a fan of Joy Reid. But now she's become the Black Rachel Maddow. Russia. I gotta hear Trump records. I gotta hear it. But Trump lied. Same old crap. Her and Rachel Maddow. If you look like she's trying to take a spot either after Rachel or before Rachel. She's trying to get up to that prime time, trying to sound like her. It's like they took a black dough and put the Rachel Maddow cookie cutter on it, and you came up with Joy Reid. I'm tired of these newscasters talking about Russia and Trump, and they have no evidence. I'm tired of them talking these conspiracy theories. And y'all need to put that in their face. If somebody keep talking to Russia, you let them know it's a conspiracy theory. And it is. What evidence? The evidence is the DNC cheated Bernie Sanders, and people's heads need to roll. And we can't have no free and fair election until that gets fixed. That's another show. I'm Bob TV, Freedom on Fire. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. Hardcore Politics Edition, and I love you guys. Continue to support. Hit the subscribe button. Give me some comments below concerning this Comey thing. And share. And like I said, I don't ask for money. But if you want to give to Bob TV, that's your choice. I work. And I'm not asking people for money. I give people opportunity to give, because if you give people opportunity to give, it'll be given unto them. It's just a biblical principle that I strongly believe. And also, last but not least, before we go, I started a show called Winning with Love Live on Facebook. I am a minister by trade. I'm more like the minister down there in North Carolina, and I'm come from that. I'm in that league with Reverend Barber. I'm in that league with Nina Turner. Even though I got minister's license, I don't operate as a minister. I'm a regular dude. But I do have a show called Winning with Love where we teach people how to love people who are unlovable, including ourselves, because sometimes we don't love ourselves sometimes. So if you want to participate in that, it's live at 5 on Facebook under Winning with Love. It'll be under Robert Bob TV Brown, too, when I go live. It is biblical, so I'm going to be quoting some scriptures. We are going to pray, so if you're not into that, don't participate. But if you're open, like me, I'm open, and you can deal with the a little nice music before we start, and then me going into some principles of how to love people unconditionally. Fine, stick around. I mean, if you don't want to participate in the music and stuff like this, and it's not a lot of music. It's one energetic song, get me started, and one worship song, and what we call worship song, and then I go into some teaching. So you're invited to participate. You can bypass all that. I hope you don't. I really love that. That's the best part to me. And just go straight into the teaching. It's up to you. But that's available, and I hope you can participate. On Bob TV, Freedom on Fire. I love you guys. Peace. Happy birthday to you, Mom.